Hey, my father's constantly asking for your location. I know it probably surprises you when I say this, but lately my father keeps calling me for one reason only. Every time he calls, he tries to sound casual. He asks how I am, asks how the work is, then it always slips out. So, where is she now? Where is she staying these days? Is she with you? Did she come to see you? It used to make me nervous, because for so long, he never even wanted to hear your name. He'd change the topic if I even hinted at you. He'd pretend you were just a phase, something I'd outgrow when real life got serious. But now he wants to know where you are all the time. I asked him once, why do you keep asking? He just smiled, that half smile he does when he's hiding something bigger behind simple words. He said, I just want to know she's safe, but I know my father. Safety isn't the only reason he asks about you this much. There's something else he's not saying yet, but I can feel it in his voice. I think he's realizing what I've always known, that you were never just passing time for me, that you were never just someone to show off and hide when it got difficult. You stayed when everything else fell apart, and even he can't deny that anymore. So now he wants to know where you are. Not to control you, not to scare you away, but maybe because he's trying to find his own way in. His own way to say, I see her now. I can't ignore her anymore. I know you might feel strange hearing this. I know part of you still wonders if he's really ready to accept you after all the silent walls he built around me. But listen to me, if he wasn't ready, he wouldn't be asking. He'd stay quiet, pretend he didn't care, keep hoping you'd disappear, so he wouldn't have to face what loving you means for me. But he keeps asking, every day. Morning, night, even random calls just to slip in that one question. Where is she? So tonight I'm telling you this, because I want you to know this is changing. Slowly maybe, but changing. And when my father starts asking about you, it means he's picturing you in places he never did before. Places closer than just my shadow. Places inside this family he thought you'd never fit. So if he calls tomorrow and asks again, I'll tell him the same thing I always do. She's where she wants to be. She's safe. She's not running from you anymore. Last night after he called me again, I sat alone just thinking about how far we've come. How a man who once refused to even hear your name now finds excuses to slip it into every conversation. How time and truth work together. When people think they have control over someone's heart. I remember when I first told him about you, really told him, not just the easy parts. Told him how you hold my storms, when I've got nothing left to fight with. Told him how you never asked for promises. You asked for truth, and I told him I'd stand by you, no matter what it cost me. He didn't like it back then. He thought you'd make my life harder, that you'd pull me away from everything he built for me. He thought I'd lose myself loving someone who didn't fit his plan, but he didn't see what I saw. But as the woman who never left when you had every reason to, I remember the first time I brought you up to him. Really brought you up, not just a passing word to test the water. He looked at me like I'd lost my mind, like I was throwing everything he taught me away, just to hold your name in my mouth. He didn't say much that day. Just gave me that look, the look that says, don't push this, not now. And I didn't push it. You know what's funny? He tries to sound casual about it. Pretends he's asking because he cares about my safety, about my routine, about my day. But the question always shows up. Is she with you? When are you bringing her here? I don't tell him everything yet. I don't hand him all the pieces at once. Because I want him to come to this truth the way I did, piece by piece, moment by moment. I didn't force you on him because you deserve better than to be forced on anyone. You deserve to be seen by choice, not by pressure, not by guilt. So I let him watched me stand taller with you in my corner, watched me fight bigger fights because I knew you'd catch every piece of me when I came home broken. Watched me hold my head up higher than I ever did when I was trying to be the son he wanted instead of the man I needed to be for you, until he understands that this isn't just some love story that fades when it gets uncomfortable. So when you wonder if he'll ever fully accept you, just remember this: his questions are his way of trying. He doesn't know how to say it in soft words yet. He never did. But a man like him asking about you every single day, that's bigger than any fake blessing he could say out loud just to look good for the world. He's asking because deep down he knows this isn't just about where you are tonight. It's about where you belong tomorrow. Beside me, in front of him. Not hidden anymore. So if he asks again tomorrow, and he will, I'll tell him what I always do. She's close, she's safe, she's mine, and she's not going anywhere. I want you to know something tonight, really know it deep in your chest. Every time he asks about you, every time his voice tries to sound casual but lands on your name, I hear the shift. The same man who used to stand in front of me like a wall, telling me not her, not like this, not now, is now the same man who calls me after midnight just to ask, where is she tonight? Sometimes I wish you could hear how he says it. It's not sharp anymore, it's softer now, but with that quiet worry only fathers know how to hide under plain words. I know he plays it off, like he's just making conversation, but I'm not a kid. I hear the questions behind his questions. What he's really asking is, does she know how much this family matters to you? Does she still stand with you, even when my silence made her feel unwelcome? He's asking where you are, because he wants to know where he stands too. Because for the first time he's seeing you not as the stranger who might take me away. And I think that's when it started. That slow shift from don't talk about her to is she with you, to where is she now? I know you worry. I know you still wonder if his questions come with strings. If one day he'll use those same questions to try to pull us apart. But listen, this isn't about control anymore. This is him learning to carry what I've carried alone for so long. The truth that you're not going anywhere. The truth that you're not just a chapter I'll outgrow when it's convenient. You're the part I'd tear this whole book apart for, if I had to. So when he asks, where is she? I tell him the same thing every time. She's where she always is. Safe. Close. Right beside me. Even when you can't see her. I hope tonight you sleep, knowing this: his questions can't shake us. His curiosity can't push you away. If anything, everywhere is she. He asks is proof that he knows this truth now. He doesn't just have a son anymore. He has a son who will stand for the woman he chose, no matter who tries to question it. So let him ask. Let him wonder. One day soon, he won't have to ask. He'll see you standing here, right where you always belonged. I keep thinking about the first time he's finally going to see you standing there in front of him. No screens, no second-hand words from me. No hiding behind my excuses to protect you from his silence. Just you, real, calm, unbothered by the weight of all the questions he never asked when he should have, when that day comes. And it's coming, sooner than he thinks. I know exactly how it'll go. He'll try to act like this isn't a big deal. He'll clear his throat, pretend he's just checking in, like he didn't spend all these months asking me where you are every chance he got. He'll stand there, hands folded like he's guarding something he doesn't want to lose. His pride, maybe, or his old belief that no one could ever be good enough to stand next to me. But you'll break all of that just by standing there. You won't even have to say much. You'll stand there in that quiet way you always do, when the world tries to test you, eyes steady, chin up, no fear in your chest, because you know exactly who you are, and exactly who you've always been to me. Maybe he's asking, because he's trying to picture it for himself. Maybe every time he asks where you are, what he's really seeing is that empty chair at the table, where you should have been sitting all this time. Maybe he's replaying all those nights. I came home quieter than usual, because we'd fought for the 100th time about you, about whether loving you meant losing him. But now it's different. Now the questions aren't heavy with anger. They're heavy with curiosity, with a small piece of hope that maybe this time he didn't push too hard, that maybe there's still room for him to step closer to you without feeling like he's giving up his own stand. So when he asks next, I'm ready. I'm ready to tell him more than she's safe. I'm ready to tell him the truth I've been holding in my chest. She's not just safe, she's here. She's not just close. She's part of this now, part of me. And that means she's part of you.